Now the only thing left is showing the on my watch list text in the home page, like this one. So let's create it. We have to do it in the main cell, just beside the common text, below the common text. On my watch list, let's give it a frame. Height of 20 and alignment leading. Let's give it a font, system size 10 and weight of bold. Now let's populate the canvas with some data. It should be duration, and copy the genre. It's looking okay, but let's reduce the height. Yes, looking much better now. But this text, it should be shown based on some kind of flag. So let's just make a flag. Just like in the detail view, we can copy this is on watch list. Also, we can copy the same logic because this is the function is checking if the movie is in the watch list or not. So just simply we can reuse this. Import core data. Now we can call it from our cell. Let's create a state object. MainView model. Type MainView. Okay, we can just. Now based on the flag is on watch list, we can just simply show it. Also, just like the top view, we can copy this code and paste it here in the main cell. We have to bring the environment object all the way top. Previous crashing for some reason because we didn't bring the actual environment. So let's do that now. Also in the detailed top view, yeah. Now let's hit and run the simulator. As you can see, some cell is showing is on my watch list and some cell not showing. So this is, let's remove it, it's gone. Let's remove it, it's gone. Let's add it. is there. This is okay, but I want to improve the code. One striking problem, there is a one striking problem, which is we are declaring the state object here. Also, we are declaring the state object here. So there are two instances of the state object, but for same view, the main view, we have to have only one view model. It has to be a single source of truth, but as we are creating different state object, it's creating different instances. It will obviously, it will have different output, and we will not have the expected output. So what we can do is pass the state object through a environment object. Environment object, view model. We're passing this view model through the environment object, and from the main cell, let's declare an environment object. Object of type MainView model. Now we can delete this one. Now let's hit and run the simulator. Even though it's on the watch list, it's not showing in the home page. Strangely, if I click on a single movie, it's showing on my watch list for every movie. What is happening here is that let's go to the main model, main view model. We are using one single variable to track this situation is on watch list or not. And in the main view, we are iterating through a loop. So when it loops through and creates cell, it's tracking the last cell, and whatever the status of the last cell is showing, reflecting on the all other cells. Is because publisher, whenever there's a new change, the publisher will publish the changes and it will be reflected on all the views is using. So the summary is we cannot use a single variable to track for 5 different cells. The best scenario is let's create an individual flag for each cell and change the status of individual cell. So let's create a variable is on watch list in the main model, and let's give it a default value of false. Now let's go to the main model. We have to do some filtering here. We have to find the index of the we have to find the index of a title matches. So if let index movie list first index where the condition satisfies, title, then we can use this index and watch list true or false based on the condition. Now let's copy this and copy this. This is true, fine. It should be false. That's fine. And we can delete this is on watch list. Now let's go to the main cell and previous failing because we had to pass the environment object of view model. We don't have the view model yet. Let's copy the view model and we don't have any view model anymore. It should be data is on watch list. We have to pass the environment object here as well. Let's check now. Yeah. Now let's run the simulator again. Now we can see is on watch list is showing as expected. Let's remove that. We're having another issue. It's because there's the same reason, like in the main model we have declared by default we have done it false. So when you go to the detail page and then come back again, it calls the onAppear in the main view, and it calls the onAppear in the main view, this function, and it resets the variable to false again. So we have to track the situation. Let's create another publisher as data loaded. Let's give it a value false. So we will track if the data has been loaded or not. By default it will be false, but when we will have the data and assign it in the array, we will make it true. So let's go to the main view. If view model has data loaded, if data has not been loaded, then we will call this, and if data is loaded, we will not call it. So let's hit and run the simulator. Now you can see it's working as expected. Change it. Let's change it here. Let's change it here. Let's change it here. Let's delete the simulator. If we run again, it's showing as expected. So this is these are all the features for this project. You can just submit it now, but we'll do some enhancement in the next couple of videos.